Finding the square of a number. What is a square? It's a simple. When we multiply a number with the number itself. If I multiply 5 with 5, it will give me 5 ka square, which is 25. So, if the number are small, it's easy to calculate. When the number are big, we have few methods. This method always works. Like, if I have 26 square, we always have choice to multiply 26 by 26. And sometimes we make calculation over here, especially when the numbers become bigger and bigger. The simple method is we can use distributive property that we have learned in chapter 1. What we can do? We can write 26 as 20 plus 6 and then square. It means what? We can write this 20 plus 6 twice and then distribute it. Distribute means take the first number from first bracket and the full second bracket as it is. Then first number we have completed, take the second number and the second bracket. And simply multiply it. So 20 into 20 will give you 2 2s are 4 and there are 2 zeros. 6 2s are 12 and then 0. Again 120 and 36. Then add all these. 400, 500, 600, 20 and 20, 40. And 36 is how much? 40 plus 36 is 76. So it is 676. So these are the methods which will help you to do the calculation smartly to reduce the, especially what we do calculation error, especially when multiplying. In addition, we do wrong. But when the number are smaller, it is easy to solve. Like if I have 98, so in place of doing 90 plus 8, we can also do 100 minus 2. And 98 square is 100 minus 2 square. And the same process like distributive property. Now, the other pattern is if you have a number which ends with 5, so we have a special method. Take the example of 15 square. 15 square is how much? We can write 10 plus 5 and then square. Distribute it. So 10 plus 5 and again 10 plus 5. What we can do? Take first number, second bracket as it is, and then second number, second bracket as it is. This is 10 plus 5. This will give you 100, then 50, again 50 and 25. This will give you 100, 200, 225. But there are easier methods to calculate a number's square who ends with 5. That is, take the last digit like 5 and square it, which is 25. And other digit like here it is 1, add plus 1. Means if it is 1, add 1, it will become 2. So multiply these two. 2 ones are 2 is this. Means 15 chi square is 225. Take one number. Suppose I have 35 square. So what we need to do? Take 5 and square it, which is 25. And then another number other than 5, I have 3. Add 1, which is 4. And then multiply these two. So 4 3s are 12. Means 35 square is 1225. You can check for 25 square, same way 45 square. This trick works for all the number which ends with 5. Now coming to the Pythagoras triplet. What is Pythagoras triplet? First, understand the Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? If I take a right angle triangle here and I have 3 angles A, B, C, right angle at B. So the longest side is hypotenuse. This one is perpendicular and this one is base. So Pythagoras theorem says the side opposite to right angle means hypotenuse chi-square is the square of other two side and their sum. Means hypotenuse square is the sum of the square of perpendicular and base. This is Pythagoras theorem. So if three number, take the example of 3, 4 and 5. The largest number is 5. So if I square 5 and square other two number and add that. So 3 square and 4 square. 5 square is 25 and 3 square is 9 and 16. So it is 25. As this is coming equal, I will say 3, 4, 5 are Pythagoras triplet. Take one more example. Suppose I have 2, 3 and 4. Here the largest number is 4. So 4 square and then square of the other two number. So it is 4 and then 9 and this is 16. So this is 13 and this is 16. As they are not equal, we will say 2, 3, 4 are not Pythagoras triplet. Now we have one rule for Pythagoras triplet. M has to be natural number. So then 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 will make Pythagoras triplet. If one of the Pythagoras triplet is 8, find the other two member. Or they can say if the smallest member of Pythagoras triplet is 8, find the other two member. Something like that. So if 8 is a member, I can do 2m is equals to 1. If they have not said, it is the smallest number. So m I will get 4. Now substitute here. So as m is whole number, definitely the other will be Pythagoras triplet. Here, substituting the value for the second member, it is 8 m ka value. M is 4 square minus 1. 4 square is 16 minus 1 means 15. The next member is m square plus 1 means 4 square plus 1. So 16 plus 1 and 70. So Pythagoras triplet are 8, 15 and 70. We have to keep one thing in mind that m value should not come in decimal. If it is coming decimal, then it is not that the member. Suppose if I say one of the member is 7, find the Pythagoras triplet. So if I keep 2m is 7, here m I am getting is 3.5. So these will not make the Pythagoras triplet. Let's move to the exercise. First question says, find the square of the following number. All of them will have the same method. So we will solve the second, third, and the sixth one. Others are same. By following the same method, you can solve. See 35 chi-square. So when it says 35 square, we have learned special property. If a number ends with 5, what to do? It's a simple. Square 5, which is 35. And then the first unit digit, add 1. So 3 plus 1, 4. Multiply 4 and 3, which is 12. So 35 square will give you 1225. The third question, it says 86 square. How to do? It's a simple. Use distributive property. So it is 80 plus 6 and whole square. Now, what we can do? It is a square, so I can write the same thing twice. 80 plus 6 and then multiply. So 80, the first number and second bracket. Same with the second number and the second bracket. And simply solve it. 80 into 80, 6400. 80 into 6, 480. Here also 480 and 6 into 6, 36. You can add all these by doing directly or here. So solving at the side will take time, but it will give you perfection. So if you practice more and more, you can add here directly. So it is 6, 8 2s are 16 and 3 19. Carry on 1. Now 4 3s are 12 and 1 13 and 7. So 7396 is the square. Let's see the sixth one. What it says, 46 chi square. So nothing new. Again, you can do 40 plus 6 and square. Here, you can write the bracket twice, 40 and 40 plus 6. Then distribute. It means 40, first bracket, and the second bracket as it is. And save for the other thing. And simply multiply. I'll do it here. So for 4 4s are 16, 0, 0. 4 6 are 24, 240. Again 240 and then 36. See how we can add directly. Take the first digit here and here. So it is directly 6. Now the second digit 3, 4, 7 and 4, 11 and 0. 11 carry on 1. So third digit I don't have here. To 2 and 2, 4, 4 and 6, 10 and carry on 1 which is 11 and this. So 2116 is the square of 46. Let's move to the second question. Here, write a Pythagoras triplet whose one member is 6, 14, 16 and 18. So how to find Pythagoras triplet? The three member of Pythagoras triplet is 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. So we have to select which member is 6, these are these, such that while calculating the value, it shouldn't be a decimal number. It has to be whole number. Because the condition says m is greater than 1. So what we can do? We can take 2m as 6 and m will give you 6 divided by 2 is 3. Substitute this value at other two places and check whether it is fulfilling the condition of Pythagoras triplet or not. So what will be m square minus 1? I got m3. So 3 square minus 1. 3 square is 9 minus 1 will give you 8. The next member could be m square plus 1. So 3 square plus 1, 9 plus 1, which is 10. Do not make mistake of taking m as 3 because the first member is 2m. So Pythagoras triplet are 6, 8 and 10. We can check also the largest number is 10. So 8's square should be equals to sum of the square of other two numbers. So here 36 and then 64 will give you 100. And we also know 10 chi square is 100. So yes, it is correct. We can try one more. Take the example of any of these, whichever you prefer. Suppose I am taking the 18. So again, I can take 2m is 18. So m is 9. Other two member you can find out, which is m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. M is 9. So 9 square minus 1. 81 square minus 1 is 80. And then m square, which is 9 square plus 1. So 81 plus 1 is 82. You can cross verify it whether 18, 80 and 82 are Pythagoras triplet or not. One more important thing, it's better to memorize squares from 1 to 20 because in your future chapters like surface area and volume, there you will be needing to calculate the square more frequently of these numbers. So if you learn it, it will be easy to calculate the answers. Okay. So last exercise, we have forgot one question. That was question number 9. So I'm covering it here. So the last question of exercise 5.2 was how many numbers lie between the square of the following number? Can you see they are consecutive number? Consecutive number means one after the other. If a number is any number n, the consecutive number will be plus 1, means n plus 1. So if they are neighbors number, we say them consecutive numbers. Here I have 12 and 30, correct? So if I have a number n plus 1, so if I square them like this, how many numbers will be between them? So the formula is there will be 2n numbers between these two numbers. That is the formula we have learned while studying the exercise 5.2. So if I have 12 square, it will be 144. If I take 13, it is 169. So there will be how many numbers? So take 2 and the smallest number, which is 12, means 24. You can count also from 145 because after 144, it comes 145. And before 169, you'll get 168. If you count it, you'll get 24 numbers. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And another line also 9. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So yes, it is 24. Similarly, let's try this one. So the first number is 99, this square, and 100 square. How many numbers will be there? Need not to do anything. Use the formula of 2n. So n is the smallest number. So 2 into 99, which is how much? 9 2s are 18, 9 2s are 18 plus 1, 90. 198 number will be there between the square of 99 and 100 square.